Letter 177 by Charles Lamb. PM Dec 10/1808. My dear Mrs. Clarkson, I feel myself greatly indebted to Mr. Clarkson for his care about our direction, since it has procured us the pleasure of a line from you. Why are we all, my dear friend, so unwilling to sit down and write a letter when we all so well know the great satisfaction it is to hear of the welfare of an absent friend? I began to think that you, and all I connect in my mind with you, were gone from us forever. Coleridge in a manner gave us up when he was in town, and we have now lost all traces of him. At the time he was in town, I received 2 letters from Miss Wordsworth, which I never answered because I would not complain to her of our old friend. As this has never been explained to her, it must seem very strange, more particularly so, as Miss Hutchinson and Mrs. Wordsworth were in an ill state of health at the time. Will you some day soon write a few words just to tell me how they all are, and all you know concerning them? Do not imagine that I am now complaining to you of Coleridge. Perhaps we are both in fault, we expect too much, and he gives too little. We ought many years ago to have understood each other better. Nor is it quite all over with us yet, for he will some day or other come in with the same old face, and receive, after a few spiteful words from me, the same warm welcome as ever. But we could not submit to sit as hearers at his lectures, and not be permitted to see our old friend when school hours were over. I beg you will not let what I have said give you a moment's thought, nor pray do not mention it to the Wordsworths nor to Coleridge, for I know he thinks I am apt to speak unkindly of him. I am not good-tempered, and I have 2 or 3 times given him proofs that I am not. You say you are all in your better way, which is a very cheerful hearing, for I trust you mean to include that your health is bettering too. I look forward with great pleasure to the near approach of Christmas and Mr. Clarkson. And now the turkey you are so kind as to promise us comes into my head, and tells me it is so very near that if writing before then should happen to be the least irksome to you, I will be content to wait for intelligence of our old friends till I have the pleasure of seeing Mr. Clarkson in town. I ought to say this because I know at times how dreadfully irksome writing a letter is to me, even when I have no reason in the world to give why it is so, and I remember I have heard you express something of the same kind of feelings. I try to remember something to inquire after at Barry, the lady we visited, the cherry tree Tom and I robbed, Tom my partner in the robbery, Mr. Thomas C., I suppose now, and your cook maid that was so kind to me, are all at present I can recollect. Of all the places I ever saw, Barry has made the liveliest impression on my memory. I have a very indistinct recollection of the lakes. Charles joins with me in affectionate remembrances to you all, and he is more warm in his expressions of gratitude for the turkey, because he is fonder of good eating than I am, though I am not amiss in that way. God bless you, my kind friends. I remain yours affectionately. Excuse this slovenly letter. If I were to write it over again, I should abridge it 1/2. Saturday morning, number 16, Mitre Court Buildings, Inner Temple.